Hello traders, a little bit different of a setup today, I know, but it's because I wanted to discuss a bit more serious topics when it comes down to trading. Now, if you haven't been able to tell already, I am a little bit under the weather, so my voice is a little bit deeper and I am lacking a bit of energy, which is actually what led me to coming up with the idea of us having a sit down and discussing the more serious and detrimental part of trading, which a lot of the market out there doesn't assess. What I wanted to talk about today is the inability to find the strategy. Now, a lot of you will probably relate with that, as I did in my starting days as a trader. And this constant hunt for a holy grail strategy is a complete fraud, and it's actually what leads so many traders to fail. So what I'm going to talk about today is what it is, how we can address it, and then how we can move forward knowing that that's an issue and how we can battle it and become a consistent and profitable trader. I've had I've had the privilege of chatting to so many traders from professional to beginner over my career, and my position at the firm is I deal with traders every single day, traders from all over the world with all types of backgrounds, and they all trade individual strategies. And it is fantastic to see. And what I want to get to is, especially for you beginner traders, is a lot of people focus on finding the right strategy. A lot of the talk we do, a lot of the stuff on YouTube, a lot of stuff on TradingView, the internet, is all about different trading strategies. Now, the issue with that is it leads traders to believe that the answer to all their questions and all the profits is in the strategy, which isn't completely true. While it is important to have a good strategy, it only makes up about 10 to 20% of your whole trader performance. And I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by this and how we can battle it and understand this on a deeper level moving forward with our trading career. We've all had a strategy at some point in which we believe is finally the strategy that is going to make us the money. We believe that we finally found that super hole we've been looking for. It feels right. It feels good. It makes us a bit of profit. We get overconfident. We run in. We take prop firm challenges. We look to increase our amount of money. And then we hit the first drawdown that strategy delivers. And we get angry. We get frustrated. We think this is a load of baloney. And we start looking elsewhere for more education because we believe we didn't understand what happened. This right here is a common cycle in the market and something I've seen and been a part of for quite some time. I was stuck in that cycle. I would pay someone to teach me how to trade their strategy. I would take parts of their strategy, make a new one, half-ass the back testing, believe it showed good results, trade it live forward testing, achieve good results, get overconfident, fall into a drawdown, throw out the strategy, start again. And this is a common theme with a whole range of traders out there. And I see it still to this day with traders getting stuck in this pattern. I can tell you now with so much confidence that there is no one strategy out there that is going to fit you perfectly to exactly what you want. Trying to understand this market in a way that you want it to act and a way that you want it to make money, very difficult to do. You can hunt for years and years and you still may come up unsuccessful with what you're looking for. The issue with everyone bouncing is they're never trading their own strategy. They're never trading a strategy they came up with, that they tested and understand and then trade. They're always looking for what that professional's doing or what that professional's doing or what this educator's doing. And the issue with that is you never come to full term and synchronization with the strategy. And that's one of the topics I wanted to touch on today, and something that you definitely need to work on if this is relating with you. When you find a strategy, whether it be the one the educators provided, whether it be a wherever it may have come from, maybe something you made yourself, we're going to have to sit down for hours and hours on end, back testing and fully understanding that strategy. Now, I don't mean going on one chart and back testing for the past 6 months, taking that data and assuming that is something to go off. I mean, Let's sit down for hours of testing, days, weeks, whatever it may take, and fully understand what drawdowns we could see, what profits it can make, what's its Kalma ratio, performance factor. If you're at the 5%ers, these different little hints that we can give you on what firms look for when it comes to good traders. And once we fully understand the strategy and we know it is a profitable strategy, once you've sat through that hard work, you'll start noticing that you don't care what that educator's doing or what that strategy is, or you stop looking outwards because you know you have a golden strategy and you start looking inwards. And the moment in trading you start looking inwards for self-improvement, that is when you start making progress as a trader. Everyone, if you have a job, okay, and you have some type of work, whether you work in retail, maybe you work in finance, maybe you work in business, whatever it might be, there's always some aspect of your job that you don't really like doing. Realistically, it's a bit time consuming, you don't enjoy it, but you still get it done. And you still get it done properly. Why? You get it done because in order to complete the project that you're working on, it needs to be done. In order to get that project successful as a whole, that work needs to be done. Same goes with trading. In order to get your system complete and to help you as a trader improve, the work needs to be done. The work that you don't want to do has to be done. And that comes to understanding and becoming synchronized with your strategy. It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be a out of the box crazy strategy. It could be something as simple as moving average crossovers. I don't like the idea. I don't like the concept, but I've seen traders be extremely successful off of that idea. It doesn't take a lot of work in building a successful strategy. Anything can work if the trader knows its boundaries and knows how to trade it. The only difference factor in all of these strategies is who's trading it. If you can get you to the point you can trade a strategy successfully, whether that strategy is good or bad, you will see profits. Because then you will actively be able to analyze different strategies and know which ones will bring you profit to the point that it will only make 10% of your gain, and you know the rest of your game is built up on what decisions you make and how you make those decisions. It is paramount that you understand synchronization with your strategy. Don't look for the next educator. Don't look for the next guy saying he's making $6,000 a day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. Let's look to improve you. Let's get you to that next step. Stop looking outwards, start looking inwards. And once you've fully and done the homework and fully comprehend what trading strategy you are doing, as simple as it may be, pick one, just pick one and do some hard work on it. You'll be able to turn a profit. Then you can start reading your emotions in trading, understand the market on a deeper concept. If you understand what drawdowns your strategy can bring, the next time you go into a little drawdown, you're not going to be able to panic. Why? Because you understand, you've accepted that risk in bringing it in, and you've changed your risk levels to coincide with that possible drawdown. It's a very simple concept when you talk about it like this, but something a lot of people need to hear. And that's why I wanted to talk about it today. That's just a small topic on this. And with that, I want to leave you a challenge. I want to challenge you to do that. Pick a strategy. I don't care what it is. Make it up yourself. I don't care if it works. I don't care if it doesn't. I want you to pick a strategy and do some serious, thorough work. Spend a week, 8 hours a day, a week testing it. If you can't find enough time to fill 8 hours a day for a week testing the strategy, you're not doing it right. There's always more data. There's always more testing. I challenge you. Sit down. I understand some of you won't be able to do that type of time. Extend it. Do 2 hours a day for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it might be. I challenge you to do it. And your eyes will open, not only because you'll get used to doing the nitty-gritty part of trading, the hard work, but also because you'll get a better understanding of the strategy you're trading. And if you have a better understanding of the strategy you're trading, you will understand how to trade it properly. Then you'll know when mistakes happen, where the mistakes come. Is it part of the trading strategy that you didn't understand, which usually you are to blame because it's an outside factor? Or did you make a bad decision? Were your emotions at fault? Once you have all this data and this understanding, you can progress yourself further. The more data we have, and I tell traders every single day, in every aspect, trading journals, emotions, life in general, the more data we have, the better educated decisions we can make. The same with trading. You use indicators, you use the chart patterns, you trade technical analysis. The more data you have on that technical analysis chart, in those candlesticks with the volume, the better educated decision you can make. It is the same thing with all concepts of life. Get more data about yourself, about your trading strategy, about everything in that market. The more data you have, the better the educated decision. So the challenge I set you is that. Go away, spend some time seriously testing your strategy that you're currently trading. One, you stopped trading 6 months ago because you thought it was a load of shit. Whatever it might be, find it, learn it, backtest it. Thoroughly backtest it. Not like backtest a couple trades, yeah, it worked. I want to see journals on journals of data backtesting. Like someone's going to give you $1 million if you get it right. Because if you do get it right, it opens that door for you to make $1 million. This is some of the hard work that I see the difference between our successful traders and our non-successful traders. The people who are willing to sit down and do the serious hard work when it comes down to trading are the ones that take it to that next level. Because when I sit down and do a portfolio analyst meeting with them and I go, okay, what's the issue? What do we want? They don't even start to blame. I just misunderstood this concept of supply. I missed the support and resistance there. It wasn't part of their strategy. They sit down and they go, I entered this trade where my strategy was telling me not to. Why did I do that? And then we can sit down and we can go, okay, you had a fear of missing out. This is how we're going to battle a fear of missing out. Is there something else? You know, there's a whole range of different ways of battling those emotions. But they came with clarity and they understood their strategy so in depth that their strategy works long term. So that's not the issue. They knew the issue was within and they wanted some help to find that issue within. And that is something I guarantee is an amazing feeling when traders come forward. Not just for myself, but also for them. Because we can sit down and we can discuss that. And we can battle those bridges, not just in trading, but also in life. It's sometimes they might feel FOMO. They might feel guilt, anger, whatever it might be they feel in life. We can battle those together because it does relate into trading. A lot of becoming a successful trader, all of the work, almost all of the work, is in here and up here. The strategy is a very small, very, very, very small addition. Okay? Stop hunting for the next strategy. Stop hunting for the next educator, the next golden bridge, whatever you want to call it, that's going to make you millions of dollars. It's not out there. It's not out there. Just find one that's consistent. And I guarantee some of the strategies you traded over the past 2 years, they've been pretty damn good strategies. And they probably are consistent enough to make you a lot of money. The only moving factor was your decision making. And it's time to address whether the strategy is the issue. And there's only one way to find out, is by putting the work in to find out. No more jumping. Listen to the challenge, do the challenge. I look forward to hearing your feedback. If we get enough likes and enough comments on this video, I will do a follow-on and a bit more in depth on how we can battle this feeling and how we can get out of that beginner loop of just looking for the next holy grail strategy. Because I've been there and I got out. And I talk to people every day who have also been there and have also gotten out. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. It's been a little bit different. It's been a little bit more personal, but I think it's a topic we needed to address. And it's something I wanted to talk about with you guys because I've noticed it with a lot of you guys. If you have any questions, the comment section's right there. There may be someone who's too shy to ask that question, so please don't hesitate. Ask away, and they can read it later as well. It might relate to them. Have a fantastic trading week, and as always, happy profits.